Every year you stay in the salary trap. You trade your life for survival. Not freedom, not growth, just survival. And the clock is not waiting. You wake up to the same alarm, to the same routine, and to the same unspoken pressure. Perform, earn, survive. You step out of bed, make your coffee, rush through traffic, and reach the office, thinking this is what life is supposed to be. You follow the schedule, meet the deadlines, attend meetings, respond to emails, and by the end of the day, you are exhausted. You return home, maybe eat something quickly, and sleep, only to repeat the cycle the next day. This monotonous loop isn't just draining your energy, it's eroding your dreams, one repetitive day at a time. Over years, it accumulates into a life half-lived, where potential remains untapped and passions are sidelined for the sake of stability. And then, at the end of the month, a paycheck arrives. It feels like security, like life is under control. But in reality, it is a trap, a golden cage. You are caught in the salary trap, and millions of people fall into it every single day without realizing it. This trap isn't unique to any profession or income level. It ensnares entry-level workers dreaming of promotions and high-earning executives chasing the next bonus. It's a universal snare, designed by societal norms and economic systems that prioritize consumption over creation. The salary trap is subtle. It doesn't hit you all at once. It creeps into your life quietly, disguised as comfort, as stability, as progress. Every raise, every bonus, every promotion seems like a victory, but it comes with invisible chains. As your income increases, so do your expenses. The apartment gets bigger, the car gets flashier, vacations become more luxurious, and suddenly, that raise you celebrated isn't making your life better. It's keeping you in a cycle of spending. Lifestyle inflation is a silent killer. It sneaks into your life, disguised as happiness, but slowly drains your freedom. Consider the average person. A 10% raise might lead to upgrading from a modest sedan to a luxury SUV, increasing monthly payments by hundreds. What was meant to build wealth now fuels debt, turning potential savings into ongoing obligations. Debt is another invisible chain. Loans, credit cards, EMIs, payday advances. They all seem helpful, even necessary. But in reality, they are shackles that tie you to the system. Each interest payment, each late fee, each penalty tightens the grip, and your future earnings are slowly consumed. Most people think they are in control, but they are being controlled. Their choices are limited by obligations, schedules, and pressures that leave almost no room for creativity, growth, or freedom. Take student loans, for instance. They promise education and opportunity, but often result in decades of repayment, delaying major life milestones like buying a home or starting a family. Or credit card debt, which starts with a small purchase and balloons due to high interest rates, sometimes exceeding 20% annually, making it nearly impossible to pay off without aggressive action. The psychological impact is even greater. The system trains you to measure your worth by salary, possessions, or social comparison. You look around and see colleagues or friends buying bigger houses, driving fancier cars, wearing branded clothes, and suddenly you feel pressure. You feel inadequate. You feel behind. You believe that the size of your paycheck defines your success. Social media feeds these feelings, showing you curated snapshots of others' lives. And the result? You spend more than you earn to match illusions of success, deepening the trap. This constant comparison creates a mental fog where anxiety about keeping up overrides rational decision-making. Studies show that social media usage correlates with increased materialism and decreased life satisfaction, turning platforms meant for connection into tools of envy and inadequacy. But the truth is, there is a way out. Financial freedom begins with awareness, the ability to see the difference between assets and liabilities. Assets put money into your pocket. Liabilities take it out. Your car may feel like a status symbol, but if it drains your account every month, it is a liability. A luxurious apartment, a flashy watch, an expensive phone. Without income-generating potential, they are liabilities. Recognizing this is the first step toward liberation. To illustrate, a rental property could be an asset if it generates positive cash flow after expenses, while a personal yacht is almost always a liability, depreciating and costing maintenance without returns. Next comes knowledge. The more you understand about money, debt, investing, and asset building, the more control you have. The financially free don't rely on luck. They rely on knowledge, strategy, and action. They know that salary is limited and time is finite. They know that working for money alone will never create wealth. Wealth comes from building assets that work while you sleep. Educate yourself through books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, which demystifies assets versus liabilities, or The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, which teaches value investing principles. Online resources, podcasts, and courses on platforms like Khan Academy or Coursera can provide free, accessible knowledge to build your financial literacy. Start small. Even if you invest just a fraction of your salary, consistently, it will grow over time. Compound interest is the most powerful tool you have. It silently multiplies your money while you focus on growth, learning, and strategy. For example, investing $100 monthly at a 7% annual return could grow to over $200,000 in 40 years, thanks to compounding. Diversify your investments. Don't rely on a single income source. Stocks, real estate, digital businesses, intellectual property, royalties. All of these can become pillars of freedom. Each stream of income is a step toward security, stability, and eventually independence. Consider side hustles like freelancing on platforms such as Upwork, creating online courses on Udemy, or investing in dividend-paying stocks through apps like Robinhood or Vanguard. These not only supplement your salary, but also build skills and networks for long-term wealth. Behavioral traps are everywhere. Lifestyle inflation, social comparison, peer pressure, impulsive spending, and emotional buying are all silently eating your wealth. Awareness is the first step. Replace passive consumption with active learning. Replace envy with ambition. Replace fear with strategy. Delay gratification. Pay yourself first. Save, invest, repeat. Every small step compounds into massive results over time. To combat impulsive spending, implement a 30-day rule. Wait 30 days before making non-essential purchases over a certain amount. This cools emotional impulses and often reveals that the need was fleeting. Track your expenses using apps like Mint or YNAB. You need a budget to gain visibility into where your money truly goes, turning unconscious leaks into conscious choices. Even bonuses, raises, and windfalls need strategy. Do not spend them all. Allocate portions for growth, for building assets, for emergency funds. Let your money grow while you sleep. Consistency and discipline are key. Every small win, every milestone, every smart decision compounds into long-term wealth.